Hi there, and welcome to another episode on Busternet. It is Torino. It is their third season, and the boys have done well. Last season, we beat Real Madrid in the Champions League final on a penalty shootout. Daniel Padelli, savior of the day, and we actually got our Champions League win again. I think the first time I played this save in FM16, I had to do it in a penalty shootout. And we did it once more, again in a penalty shootout. And the news is, this year, guess what? We face them again. Group G, the group's result, the group draw has been done. Real Madrid, Monaco, Torino, and Celtic. What a group this is going to be. We've got to go play against Celtic, the legendary Celtic sides of the past. Then we got Monaco, not an easy trip as well. Real Madrid. So we've been put into a very tough group. I mean, I wish I had Juve's group. Juve's got Dinamo Kiev on the leg and Leipzig. Leipzig, well, we got to give them some credit. They're a good team as well. Milan, the other Italian side, they've got United to deal with, and Porto. Also a pretty challenging group to navigate. On the whole, I would say that our group is probably the hardest group. In terms of what we've done, transfers, we have brought in two players, Pedro Marques from Portugal, and a 20-year-old, as well as a 23-year-old attacking midfielder called Vitor Bueno from Brazil. One thing about if you've sent your scouts out long enough, you'll probably find good youngsters to find. And I don't think that you will have a problem finding decent players to fill up your squad, and they shouldn't cost you that much, but you really need to make your scouts work. And I have a stat sheet now we'll be tracking this season. Last year I failed to make one. I did it for my FM16 Torino game, but I didn't do it for my FM17 Torino game. And I need to track all this, like who's the most hardworking person that runs kilometers per game, and then I track things like players, their season averages versus their last 5 games, and then I also want to know how many minutes I've been playing them per game. So some of these players, they may not get a chance to play a lot of games, so I need to find out how they do, and this will help me with their long-term development. As far as the whole team is concerned, pretty much the same team. We're going to be using Padelli, Aisa Mandi. Goalkeeper is Alfred Gomez. We have one goalkeeper. He's in the reserves. He's pretty unhappy. He hasn't got a chance to play. I think it's the I can't remember his name. Salvador something or other. Salvador Ichazo. Now he's unhappy that he is not getting a chance to play. So I'm going to move him into the senior squad because he's old enough. I haven't been tracking him. So I'm going to have to try and put him into the matchday squad. Hopefully, I can register him for the matchday squad in. Alright, that should be fine. That should bring me up to 25 players. But no, hang on. Yeah, Pedro Marques can still play. That's good news. He's an under 21. Okay, so here we go. We have our players for the season. This should make Salvador Ichazo happy. He's 26 years old. I didn't even know he was on loan half the time, and now he's gonna get a chance to play. I'm like, really? I have a Uruguayan goalkeeper? I didn't know that. Well, we've got injured. Avala is suspended. Lucas Boy, he's gonna be on loan. I think I'm gonna sell him off as well. Federico Dionisi, what a legend he was. He was the man who got us the Champions League goal. Okay, 31-year-old striker, phenomenal. He was a gem. Okay, at 4.4 million, this guy is cheap as shit. Okay, and his goals got us to the final of the Champions League. Just look at how our goals went. I had all kinds of problems towards the tail end of the season. I didn't know where my goals were gonna come from, and then suddenly up comes this guy called Federico Dionisi, scores the winner against Atalanta, then pops up again, scores another goal here, then suddenly starts firing goals. I think towards this critical period, he was firing goals every game. Against Barcelona, he scores. Then he scores against Juve. Then he scores against Inter Milan. Then he scores against Sassuolo. This guy was on a streak that took us right into the Champions League. He stopped scoring. I think he stopped scoring, or I stopped playing him. I don't know, one of the two. But he's such a good player. for us. And he's still in the squad. I'm not going to let him go. Murray Wallace is back as well. I fondness for this guy. This guy comes from Scunthorpe. You know, I got to give him a couple of games. And you can see I'm going to try a 4-2-3-1. Now, I've done something different this season because I want to help my Patron users out. And I know that the 4-2-3-1 is a very popular system in England. A lot of teams play the 4-2-3-1. England played the 4-2-3-1 disastrously in the Euros. Yep. They played a really bad version of the 4-2-3-1. And actually, they didn't have the right players in the 4-2-3-1 as well. I mean, I wouldn't put Rooney anywhere in my team. I mean, seriously, you need high work rates and teamwork, and the guys got to be able to track back. So one of the things I don't like about a 4-2-3-1 is the fact that there's so much of stuff that you need to get right in a 4-2-3-1. You get any one thing wrong and the whole system is thrown out of whack. And I know quite a number of people are creating 4-2-3-1, so I'm going to create one 4-2-3-1. And I'll put details of the 4-2-3-1 out in another video. And I will try and work this around with other stuff. I mean, I haven't decided on the formation itself at the moment. I'm still toying with a few ideas. And I will also try to use my 4-3-1-2 because this is, you know, I actually built my whole team around the 4-3-1-2. So suddenly going to a 4-2-3-1 is not something I was planning on doing. But I love my patrons. They have been supporting my channel with donations and they keep it going, and I will do everything I can to, you know, help them out. And if that means I have to go to a 4-2-3-1, I will. Man, my life is being dictated by my friends. But that's fun. At least I have people who are pushing me as well, so that's kind of cool. And a lot of the information that I use in the game and tactics will be in my book, Bust the Net, the Football Manager's Guide. And if you donate to the channel, then you get the book free. If you keep donating to the channel, then you get the updates to the book, because I plan to issue more chapters as we go. And some of the chapters are already due to be distributed very soon. And I want to thank everybody who's supporting this channel. Really, guys, you're keeping me going, man. Thank you very, very much. Okay, so here we go. What are we going to do? We have a game against Citadala. Before I go to the game, yes, before I go to the game, there's something that I should share with you guys. I don't know if you guys are already doing this, but if you're not doing this, please, there's something called the notebook. Please use the notebook. I use the notebook almost exclusively for my training. So whenever I want to do something different, and I want to, especially when I do min-max trading, which is kind of crazy, you know, I have a schedule that I put up, and then I get my players to follow a certain schedule for my training, so that I get nice little triangles, like, you know, nice little shapes like this. That was a lizard in my house. Okay, so we get nice little shapes like this, and I keep going, and I'm happy with my training, and my players are doing okay. So right now, as you can see, we've got pretty interesting games. Before my first game of the season against Real Madrid, oh my goodness, Champions League. Already, you know, friendly, they hammered me 3-1. It was not a pretty match. Real Madrid came, we attacked them like crazy at home, but they decided it's time for us to show you what it feels like. So Real Madrid walloped me 3-1 in this game. I was sad. It was a sad performance. But, well, we'll see how we go. We'll have a bit of fun. And along the way, yes, I will not stick to this tactic all the way. Against some teams, I don't like playing this because it's too offensive. Too offensive. Too many players up in attack. So I might do something different specifically for Real Madrid. Okay, so here we go, the crazy ass me. I'm gonna take a 4-2-3-1, something I don't really like to do, into a game against Citadala. But it's a first home game of the season. We have only selected 11 from 12. The squad number that have to be given to one player in the squad. It's just fine. Samuel Gustafsson. There you go. What number did he get? I have no clue. Okay. We have enough quality to see off. Yes, newly promoted side AS Citadala are going to line up in a 4-4-2 today. I can see that they have two, well, they're probably looking a bit defensive against me. Really hard to tell right now. I'm using the skin, so I'm not really used to this. So, yeah, I think they're on fullback on support. I'm not sure. So we'll have to see it in the game just to be sure. Okay, so let's go to the overview. My tactics are fine. I'll go to a team talk. I'll set my players up and say, okay, let's do this. I'll play on an average risk mentality. Up front, we will pass into space and we won't work ball into box. We'll see how we do with this strategy right at the start. My shouts are going to be pretty simple with this 4-2-3-1. It's going to be a normal tempo. I'll play the higher tempo actually. Slightly higher D-line, using the offside trap and passing into space. In terms of what I'm going to do for the opposition, nothing much. Okay, I can see that these two guys they look like attacking fullbacks coming down the flanks, which will be very interesting because their entire right side is going to bomb down my left, and my left side is using an inverted wing back. So my set piece takers have all been set up. For free kicks, I think I want Baselli to take the free kicks and the corners. Okay, we're all set. Let's start the match. The players are all lining up, and this will be done on I'm going to do an extended enough of my super long highlights. Data analyst camera, Citadala is ready, and Z Gomez gets the match underway. Silva, I've been paying a lot of attention to my inverted wing back, who should be Silva. To Baselli. Baselli takes control of the ball, drops one into space for Z Gomez to chase. Silva tries to get to the ball. Chioza reads that pass really quickly, finds Z Gomez in space, but he's offside. Okay, since I'm using this for the first time, I'm gonna have to turn to this to make sure that my cast down Silva is in the right space. Paragini running at the defense. Losers can't control the ball, losing it. No, they've got a chance to attack me. Citadala. Alfonso with the clearance. Ramos, the defender, reads that really well. Vito Biono to Baselli. Baselli is able to find Benazi. Benazi finds Mandi on the overlap. Mandi is going to pass it to Silva. He is going to get it to the ball. The ball cuts inside, tries to shoot from range. Okay. Immediately, I'm asking myself one question about my tactic. I don't like it. Okay. But it can work with the inverted wing back. It's going to make it a bit more compact in the zone. So that'll be fine for us. Benazi to Baselli. Baselli to Z Gomez. Z Gomez out to Rodrigo. The ball's inside the box. Takes a shot. Tests the keeper the first time around. That's not too bad. Alright, 15 minutes in, Paragini went deep to get the ball. Mandi on the overlap. He's going to charge at the backs. He's getting into a position to cross the ball. He does, and there are so many players. It's going to be the first goal of the season to Rodrigo de Paul. Gets us off and running. And Torino has scored. I don't think that was a counter-attack, but the match engine says it's a counter-attack. I'll take it anyway. Mandi ran the full length of the pitch, drops in a cross. The keeper did well on the first attempt, and then De Paul, denies Z Gomez his first goal by putting it into the back of the net. First one there. Good start for Torino. Gasparoni with the ball. I'm paying a lot of attention to how my inverted wing back here behaves. Ramos to Baselli. Baselli is waiting for support. He plays a long ball to Z Gomez, who gets into the box, gets a chance to shoot. Passes. That was passed into space. Alright, it works some of the time, but not all the time. Baselli now drills one, doesn't get a hit to it. Vito Biono will now pick this up. He's casually running to the ball. Finds Baselli. Baselli goes around the defense, looks for options, finds Benazi. Benazi tries to release Paragini. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about Paragini as a role. I may not like the inside forward for him. Vito Biono to Z Gomez. Z Gomez looks for options, finds Vito Biono. Vito Biono tries a shot, and it's well and wide. So far, Torino have the upper hand in this match. It's our first home game. So, Benazi to Z Gomez again. Z Gomez is going to hold the ball up. Finds Vito Biono. Vito Biono to Baselli. Baselli to De Paul. De Paul gets into the box, shoots. And Paragini one more time. Oh boy. There should have been a goal. Okay. There's something that I can do now. We shall now release somebody. I think I'm going to make him into an attack, and I'm going to turn him into a deep line forward on attack as well. So we now have 2 players in the middle on attack. I will need to create some room for one of the players to push up slightly through the middle. There's a lot of support in the center of that 4-2-3-1. Chiozza, corner, and it's a penalty. All that pressure. Cittadella finding their first match in the Serie A. A bit of a meh. Here we go. I haven't set my penalty takers for the season, so who do we have? It's a surprise to me. I don't even know their numbers. It's so true. Don't ask me what my jersey numbers are. They're random. Baselli scores his first goal of the season. Okay, so Z Gomez hasn't gotten off the scoring charts, but Baselli and Rodrigo de Paul have open accounts for the new season. What is Baselli doing? He's waving. He already knows he's going to score the goal. Do you see Baselli's hand in the air? As he's taking the penalty, he's already waving. He's going like, okay, I'm going to score. This is getting cocky from Torino. But Nazi reads that pass so well. Paragini now takes the ball wide. He loses again. Alright, I'm going to change Paragini's role. I don't want him to be losing the ball. So he is not playing well as an inside forward, so we're gonna turn him into an advanced playmaker on support, which gives me the option of telling him not to dribble. Voila. And his passing will be on mixed. Unavailable for this duty. Correct. Confirm. So Strizzolo plays it out to Shinetti. Gaston Silva picked this ball up. Finds Chiozza. Silva again. We've got width coming from Rodrigo de Paul. Cuts inside and plays a beautiful ball to Z Gomez. Can Z Gomez? He can't. This is not the Z Gomez from FM16. This is the Z Gomez of FM17. So he doesn't have the sheer power of the 16 Z Gomez. Alright, 30 minutes in. Torino have a 2-goal lead. Now let's see how well they defend. Scavone to Strizzolo. Strizzolo is trying to line up a shot. He can't literally. Oh, they've got a player free. He scores. That was too easy. That was way too easy. That was bad defending from us. I wonder why that happened. That was very bad defending. Okay, so we look there. We had 3 players who were pulled out, and we have this guy free. Gaston Silva has to handle 4 players, so this was very bad defending. The players were just pulled out of position. Baselli was totally out of position. I was unfortunate. Chiozza reads that, gets it to Z Gomez. Z Gomez now, they're all running into each other. Spots deep ball to Baselli. Baselli has got options. Silva is there to support him. Z Gomez now back to Baselli. Baselli to 1-2, buckle my shoe in the box. Come on, yes, what a 3rd goal. That was such a beautiful goal. It's so beautiful, this goal. Did you see that goal? My goodness, that was such a crafted goal. Baselli skips one charge, back to Baselli, out to De Paul. De Paul crosses it to the far post to Paragini, who nods it home. 3rd goal. Now Paragini is on the score sheet. This must really irk Z Gomez. Everyone around him is scoring except for him. De Paul to Silva. Silva to Baselli. Baselli crossing it. Picks it up. He should pick it up. Yeah, there's too much pressure on this team. They are now finding it very annoying to play against us. Baselli to Z Gomez. Z Gomez drops in. Silva. Rodrigo de Paul. Paragini shoots again. Oh, hits the upright side netting. 3-1. Okay, I think I should leave it as it is and start looking at it from, we want to extend the highlight, so I'll just leave it. Gasparoni down the line. I'm only concerned about the inverted wing back at the moment, because when he moves around, I notice that on certain defensive situations, we create a situation for the AI to overpower us on one side of the pitch, and that I just noticed just now, early when we conceded the goal. So I want to see more of that just in case it happens. Paragini. Okay, he's got Baselli there. Baselli looks around, finds Mandi. Mandi is on the overlap waiting. He's got Paragini now in close support. Baselli to Z Gomez. Z Gomez will pass it to Vito Biono. Rodrigo de Paul. Gaston Silva is there too. Takes a shot. Okay, we're all basically camping in the opponent's half. Torino have made 5 clear-cut chances in the first half. Rodrigo de Paul again. Paragini hits. Oh man, that one Paragini should have put into the back of the net. Well, it's been a pretty good first half. Calm. I'm very pleased with your performance. Keep it going, even though we conceded a goal. I'm not happy that we conceded a goal. Okay, I don't want to be in Liverpool. Score 4, concede 3. Gasperoni to Scavone. Okay, I'm not really paying attention to what the AI is doing as well. Paragini. So I don't know whether it's changing stuff. You know, the AI is still playing the 4-4-2. Still got an attacking right. Shuzzolo to Eramo. Eramo back to Gabbia. Gabbia looks for options. He's getting closed down really quickly. He finds Eramo. But Eramo will be forced to pass it back. Now Scanetti is in trouble. Yeah, he was in trouble. There was nowhere he could go. Z Gomez would chase down Gabbia. Gabbia were forced to play back to Alfonso. But we are not playing with a very high mentality at the moment. So I'm pretty happy with how we're doing. Mandi. Scavone gets to that ball. Strizzolo plays it through to Literi. Literi shoots. Again, yeah, that's my worry. My whole left side isn't performing very well. So I might want to make one change to how my DLP on support is playing. Baselli to Benazzi. What a ball to Z Gomez. Z Gomez turns back, looks up for Silva. Silva, inverted wing back, supports Baselli. Paragini now has cut inside to Silva. Vito Biono. Oh, okay. That's nothing. We have a corner. Baselli with the corner. In the air it goes. Paragini will pick it up and play it back to Baselli. Baselli will drill this. Come on, drill it. Nice. Bueno now scores. It's 4-1. What a start. What a first game of the season. He drilled that. He whipped that ball right across the face of the goal. People have asked me, so why do I play with whip crosses? This is the reason why I play with whip crosses. Watch this ball. It doesn't leave the ground. It doesn't go very high. So this is a whip cross. A whip cross is a shot that's drilled across the face of the goal. Sometimes it leaves, it's knee high, but it's one of the harder things to defend against. Defenders hate that. Okay, Benazzi to Silva. Silva, the inverted wing back, looks up. Now this is the danger with the inverted wing back. So we got Chioza to Silva. Baselli passes it back to Benazzi. Silva now to Z Gomez. They got options here. All the passing triangles you can see. There's so many in close proximity. Silva. They can keep this going for a really long time because I don't see them losing the ball. Baselli to Silva. Silva to DePaul. DePaul to Bueno. Bueno to Z Gomez. But I think Z Gomez is offside. I think he should be offside. Ref, please give him offside. Z Gomez cannot score. And he does. It's 5-1. 58 minutes and Z Gomez joins everybody on the score sheet. So now DePaul has scored, Bueno has scored, Paragini has scored, Z Gomez has scored, the entire front line has scored a goal each. Now we only have Baselli, so now you got everybody scoring. So we got 5 different goal scorers, 6 clear-cut chances in this match. Cittadella do not know what has just hit them. Welcome to the Serie A. Okay, we're gonna give a chance to Andre Poli. Give Benazzi a break. First game of the season. Give Poli a chance to lace up his boots for the big game. Poli now he's playing as the central midfielder on defense. Baselli to Paragini. Paragini into space for Z Gomez to chase. Z Gomez plays it back to Baselli, but Bueno takes the shot. His 5 just goes wide. Torino 5, Cittadella 1. Okay, who else can I bring on? I'm thinking of bring on Mirko Valdifiori too very soon. Okay, we're gonna change. We're gonna bring on Valdifiori for Baselli. Okay, we're gonna change both the players now. So my central pairing has changed to two players who are not as I wouldn't call them my first choices now. Valdifiori is no longer my first choice, and neither is Andrea Poli. If I have to play two in midfield, it would be the Bernazzi-Baselli combination. Baselli has got Daniel Baselli, a standing ovation for him. Mandi throws it to Valdifiori. Ramos will pick this up. Gets it to Chiozza. Marco Chiozza finds Silva. Silva runs at the defense, looks up, looks around, and loses the ball. He shouldn't look up and look around too much. And under pressure we go. Ramos now, he has to win this. He does. He can't screw this up because he's the last man. Chiozza to Rodrigo de Paul. The players are playing with a confidence. Valdifiori to Z Gomez. My 4-2-3-1 is not doing too badly, is it? Wait, Topiano. Oh, it hits the upright. Okay, so here we go. Free kick. Torino, De Paul takes it. Alfonso, that was too easy for him. Straight at the keeper. Well, this should be the last kick of the game. Referee should be calling time, and he has. Torino have beaten Cittadella 5-1 at home. They open their campaign out with a phenomenal performance. I'm very happy with this performance. Now I'm curious about one thing. Okay, I've got triangles within triangles as well, which is nice, with the inverted wingback sitting here. Okay, so we created a tree here. This whole pocket is available for exploitation by the AI. But you can see how we have positioned ourselves. I definitely am going to see more triangles being formed here, this group of people, and I'm not surprised that has actually happened. Yeah, and then when we don't have the ball, this is what we look like, which isn't that bad. It's a bit tight, but it does mean that I have to think about this role actually being a bit more defensive than this role, so that we can protect this flank. So I might flip these two around. The reason why I have a defensive midfielder here is because I need Mandi to go up. So if I don't, then I leave this, then this flank becomes open. So it's a risk I'm probably willing to take, and I have to make sure that this defender is actually the faster defender. So that was my mistake. So at my tactic right now going forward, this guy, okay, will continue. Going forward for my tactic, I'll change this to an attacking playmaker, advanced playmaker on support, but I have to make sure that Ramos plays here now, because this area I'll need my faster defender here, because if Silva goes here and there's a gap, then Ramos can recover quickly, and I have faith in him to do that. His acceleration is actually pretty good. Let's look at my destroyer DNA and look at my defenders, and I'll pick the guy with the fastest acceleration, and the best anticipation. If he's got anticipation, it'll be even better. Concentration 12. Ramos is 14 and 12 compared to Pontus Jensen. Pontus is only 11, and then we've got the rest of the players. They're not 12, 12, 14. Yeah, you see, anticipation may be 14, but his acceleration is only 12, so it doesn't make him very fast. We were lucky against Cittadella. I don't think Cittadella are a big test for our side, but we did pretty okay. I mean, I'm happy with our performance with the first run out of my 4-2-3-1 system. Wow, pretty cool. That was fun. 5 goals opening day. I haven't had this much fun in an opening match in a long time. That was goals scored by 5 different people. De Paul, De Baselli, and my entire front line scored. If you look at my tactic, all of them scored a goal. Baselli scored, De Paul, Piono, Paragini, and Z Gomez. I think it was just Cittadella. So in the Serie A, we should be sitting pretty on top. Yeah, Torino right on top. 4 goal difference immediately. We got new sides: Spezia Calcio, Benevento Calcio, and who did I just play? Cittadella. Okay. I wouldn't recommend this 4-2-3-1 to a lot of people precisely because of the inverted wing back. Once I'm happy with this 4-2-3-1, I will put it up as a tactic, and I'll go through it a bit more in that video. But for now, I'm just trying things out here and see how they go. If you play with an inverted wingback, I need to explain in the video, so I'll do that in another video coming up very soon. So I hope you enjoyed this video, this edition of the Torino Diaries, the first episode of the 3rd season. And if you have any questions, you know where you can find me. You can always look me up on Twitter at PastaNet, or you can drop by my Patreon channel. And if you like my channel enough, you feel like donating and keeping the cause going, then please do. You get a free copy of my book, and if you keep donating, then you get updates as we go, and I'll try and help you on our Discord channels as well. So I look forward to hearing from all of you. Have a good one. Take care. Bye bye.